Try to figure Welcome everyone to the it's not the Young and Fearless, it's the Raw and Fearless podcast by Mavunang and Fearless. My name is Quentin Ameka Masach. I need to take it slower. It's because I'm from running, and anyway, today I have an all men. Okay, I can say 3 men and 1 boy.
Wow.
They'll get to figure out. The person who said wow, the first one is the boy.
Has begun.
Anyway, I have an all men, all dudes podcast because the lady was supposed to be there decided to bail on us, so we replaced him with Victor. Still the same thing. But today, let's start introducing ourselves from that side, as always, coming towards this side, and tell us. I'll be nice today. I won't ask something very difficult. But who was your first girlfriend?
Who? You want names?
Names. Just one name.
Okay. Hi. Back again. It's Eric James. My first girlfriend was named Beverly.
All right. Great.
Beverly. Was she Kenyan?
She was tighter, so she had that very light-skinned. Anyway, I don't know how I answered. Continue.
All right, Timo. That's it, Timo. First girlfriend. Hey, Caroline. Caroline. Oh, sorry.
Sweet Caroline.
Da.
Victor?
I'm scared of my answer. Hi guys, my name is Victor. Quick question. I'm looking at that mic. That one in the middle.
You just talk. You can talk to us, even to me. Look into my eyes.
Wow, that's a bit too much.
He has a special message.
I don't have a special message. But I've never dated, so I've never had a girlfriend. Yeah, I don't have a name.
Could have gone with first crush then.
I've had many crushes.
First crush.
I don't remember them.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Let me go to the mirror.
Okay, just tell us your current one then.
I don't have one. Like, that's it.
Dude. Okay. Was this the boy you were talking about? All right. I go by the name of Calvin Zuze, aka Kingdom Child. I'm a pastor, rapper, and my first girlfriend.
The girlfriend is behind. I know. The fiance is behind the cameras.
My first girlfriend's name was Maureen. Yeah.
All right. Great. You're waiting for me. It's
Yes.
not gonna happen.
Come on.
As I've said, my name is Quentin. My first love was Jesus Christ, and it continues to be my only and one love. Always gonna be.
So guys, thanks for coming for the show. Bye guys.
I know you're going home to your wife.
Happy life.
So your wife doesn't know your first girlfriend?
She does.
Then share with the boys.
Then
what?
what's wrong?
Say the name.
I said mine in front of my fiance.
Hey, they're gonna be in trouble. You're not a wise man.
Bro, give us a name.
So now let's get into the topic for today.
I was expecting a shoot to be thrown, but
So my first question, let me start with Timothy. Should Christians listen to secular music?
oh no.
Yo, man.
Okay,
Wow.
music. All right, I can relax now.
Yes. Final answer, yes.
Final answer, yes.
Final answer, yes. Music is so diverse. You get to experience a lot of creativity on all aspects.
Yeah.
So I don't think you should limit yourself per se to just Christian music.
All right.
Yeah, listen to all kinds of music. Christians should listen to all kinds of music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. What do you think about that, Zuze? Should Christian listen to secular music?
Vulgar language in it.
Let's start with just not vulgar language. We'll get to the vulgar later.
It's tricky. I would say you have to be careful.
Hold the mic closer to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful. That's what I would say, because there's some messages that they're not casting or whatever, but the message is absolutely opposite to what God says. So I would say, yes, you can, but just vet the message, you know, because also you can't put a hard line on like this is Christian music and this is secular music sometimes, because what's secular music? You know, like it's very hard to put that hard line, because someone can be talking about a dog. You know, like I love my dog. This is my dog. Like,
I'm gonna come back to that. I feel like you're running away from that. I don't even want to, because I have more questions on that.
I can't say a hard no or a hard yes. I would just say you have to be very careful. You have to have a reference. That's what I would say.
I'll ask you something different based on Timo's answer. Eric, give me your answer before get into this fight.
I'm team yes, because my definition of secular music is anything that's not music that's not directed to God. So classical is not directed to God. Love the hell out of classical. There is some, I want to say, folk music that I love. There is a lot of non-vulgar music that necessarily doesn't have bad messaging. It's just not in direction towards God that I feel is okay for a Christian to listen to. So yeah.
All right. Victor?
This one. Yeah, I think Christians should listen to secular music. But on that note, I'll agree with what he said, that music is very diverse. So one of the type of music that I like listening to is video game OSTs, the instrumentals of video games or movies. And to me, I like listening to them because one, some are good for gymming. The others just give me calm of mind, like resting my body, my heart rate and all that. So yeah, music is very diverse. There's music out there that it don't have the word God in it, but it doesn't mean that it's necessarily like evil music. Like, in my opinion, like this is devil music in my sense. And then to add on to this, I believe the term like secular music comes in shifts and waves when it comes to Christianity. So when I was in my church in the States, I heard stories of how churches in the 80s.
He put in church in the States.
It started with I listened to music in the gym. That's where it started. Well, it just started building from there.
Gaming music.
Gaming music in the gym. I was like, okay. And now when I was in the States, continue.
So yeah, Arizona. So when I was there, I heard stories of how, like in the 80s, when guys would implement rock music and Christian music, it was the mainstream church didn't accept it because it felt on their side it was a bit new, but then it like the old hard generations, like we're used to hymns, we're used to pianos. So when the whole rock thing came in, it's like there was this fear, you know, rock music is of the devil and everything. And then now if you come in today, Christian rock music, it's really good. And surprisingly, I've stumbled on Christian rock music that you were shocked by when I told you about it. You're like, yeah, I've heard this when I was your age. But there's actually good music out that's rock music. So I feel like it just comes generation. It shifts with generations.
All right.
Yeah.
So wait,
We love calling Quentin old. Continue.
Wow, it's just
Not
starting to
my
attack me.
words.
There's
can't
somebody I
respond to
want.
that.
Now I'm gonna break this all dude podcast, and I'm inviting somebody to join the podcast. I've just seen them walk in. Hope, hi Hope, come, welcome to our podcast. You're gonna sit here with our two gentlemen. They're gonna squeeze you somewhere
In this
inside
intermission, as we welcome the only female in the host.
Our hope.
Our Hope.
Our
for this
hope-
podcast.
the hope for the podcast.
So, give her the mic. The first question I asked people was introduce yourself and then tell us who was your first boyfriend.
As we said, girlfriend. Just
Yes,
to be
so
clear.
now- just to be clear.
No one said boyfriend.
Like their name.
Yes, their name. Can you just
One
say
name,
one
just
name?
one name, please.
You're putting people on the spot today.
Okay, my name is Hope Seko. I'm 20. My first boyfriend's name was Trevor.
Okay, Trevor's.
Trevor.
Trevor's are dangerous people, by the way.
Facts. Trevors.
Very true.
Trevor. Oh, the bro is called Trevor.
My pastor is called Trevor. He's a pastor.
Oh, yes, Pastor Trevor. Yeah, but I still stick to Trevor's are dangerous people. So, Hope, The question is, should Christians listen to secular music?
Yes and no.
Okay. Why yes and no?
I think secular music is very broad. Secular music is just anything that doesn't necessarily say, classified as praise or worship, right? Like Happy Birthday is a secular song. Merry Christmas is a secular song.
I like it.
All of those things. I think it's a matter of wisdom. It's like whatever you're listening to, is it edifying you? Like I like listening to a lot of story, like tellers in terms of music and stuff like that. Like there are a lot of Christians who make music that's not necessarily talking about God. So yeah.
All right. I like the way they're looking at me like, yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, everybody. So my
I feel
next
like she should
question.
share her playlist.
Wow. Her playlist.
Should we create a playlist
Wow.
on this
My
together?
next question is to
Like, guys,
Eric.
watch out for our playlist
So-
after this.
Should Christians listen to vulgar secular music?
You should have asked that question first.
I wanted to trap you guys.
vulgar
I wanted all of you
secular
to say yes,
music.
and then I asked that as the next
Vulgar
question.
secular music. Personally, no. I don't think you should, because usually when vulgar secular music is playing, music is very spiritual. That we can all agree on. It kind of influences a certain kind of emotion that is not in line with how God would want you to live. I won't say the secular words. I don't think we can.
Sorry?
Can we use the vulgar words?
No. We
Okay.
can't use, unfortunately.
I'm like, so when the songs uses those words,
So you're saying like F words?
yeah. When the song uses those kinds of words, it kind of
Friends you can't keep.
it's never from a good place. The words are never said from a good place. And why would you let your body, your mind listen to something that's not coming from a good place? I like wholesome music, guys.
Timothy?
I'm trying to get into wholesome music, is what I'm saying.
I feel there's a scale already on what could be considered vulgar and what couldn't be considered vulgar. All right. For him, if you go towards the F words and the N and all the other words that are thrown in there, rap part of it usually has more of that, not pointing fingers, but then they become vulgar.
Yeah.
But eventually, probably for someone else, Adele is too vulgar. She sets fire to the rain. Like, how do you set fire to the rain? It's a bit too much.
You're coming for Adele.
I love Adele, but I'm just trying to
coming
say
for
there's a
Adele.
skill that has been put on late.
You're coming to Adele. Oh my God. A national treasure.
Wait, hold on.
Just
Is
the
that
mic.
like a metaphor?
My point at the beginning was there's a skill that we are putting in our minds already on what is vulgar and what isn't vulgar. And that's the same thing that's been done for several generations. So eventually, it has to come to where your heart is. What are you trying to put across by the time you're listening to this song? Where is your heart? And it could mean so many things. Someone said, "Turn off the lights, pretty baby." I'm not trying to point out who said that, but you get, some might sound smooth, but they don't end up edifying your body and also glorifying God. So there's a scale to it, and everyone has a specific scale. I'm not going to put a specific scale to it and say this is a standard mark. Whatever you choose and you feel like it's glorifying God, listen to that.
So let me ask, if I feel, man, I don't know artists from
That's
today.
you. Yeah. Maybe Travis Scott.
Travis
Go with
Scott.
Travis
If
Scott.
I feel like Travis Scott, he doesn't affect me. He doesn't faze me. And I'm
Jesus
a
Christ.
Christian.
Should
I listen to him?
I know, right? Could we go like, I feel like Travis, I don't know any
J.
of
Cole.
Travis
Let's
Scott.
go with J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Let's
okay.
go
J. Cole.
Yeah.
Should
Yeah,
I listen to J. Cole?
Should you listen to J. Cole?
Yeah, as a Christian.
No.
Why
don't.
not?
Okay.
I give the wrong example.
I was listening to J. Cole. I shouldn't lie. Shout out to J. Cole. He's a dope rapper. Right?
Shout out.
If you ever
J.
listen
Cole,
to this
if you're saying
podcast,
this-
2014 honestly, it's like your best album.
the message that some of the messages that he brings, because I believe music is not just about because people have talked about different genres, right? Music is made up of a beat, is made up of words, right? And it's made up of melodies and rhythms. Those are things that, you know, are additives. But the main thing in the song is what you're listening to is the words. So sometimes I've heard people say, I just like the beat, but you know, I don't care about the words. I just like the beat. I tell you, I kid you not, that's not possible. Like when you're listening to the music, you also listen to the words. So I would say that's why my first answer was you have to vet the message and you have to have a reference on what the message is coming from. Because there's a song, guys. Okay, don't judge me for knowing this song, but it's on TikTok. So
the first wrong step was being on TikTok.
But it's on TikTok. I don't know
And
who
you trying
made
to
this
justify
song,
that you don't know it.
because I didn't even
Which song is
look
it?
for it. But it's like it goes like make me sweat, make me what,
Ooh,
make me lose
by
my breath.
Tyler. Water by Tyler.
Yes, water. You know when you're listening to that song, they're not saying all those F words and everything like that, but that song is vulgar.
You can be in the gym with it.
He's about to drop in one of those
Give me
games.
water.
But when I listen to that song,
Yeah.
it's. Can I say this? Is it raw and
Yes,
fearless?
yes, it is.
It's actually talking about like dirty sex.
Like sex and all, yeah.
Exactly. So you hear songs like those, they sound innocent, but people are singing, and it's definitely going to your subconscious mind.
So let me ask a different question based on that. If a married couple listens to it, is it okay?
No,
Go for it.
It's not
Go for
okay.
it.
A married couple were Christians.
Yes, Christians.
No, man, love is sacred. Even the sex between a married it has to glorify God. You know, you can't just go with what the world does.
So they can't have a sex playlist.
I know, I'm trying to figure out.
Married people can't have a sex playlist.
Christian
So
baby
you play
making
Hill
music.
song.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, miracles.
Counting your blessings.
But you can't be there playing Baby
No,
Shark.
but you guys,
Get creative.
come on. No, there's songs that
Hold the mic closer to you.
okay, there's songs that are nice, you know, like they're not really Hillsong. Like those ones are dedicated to God, right? But there are like songs that are like love couple, you and me together, you know, classics.
No,
Christian
but
Bale. Oh, classics,
why do you think it's
classics.
wrong to play Hillsong?
Classics.
I can't hear you.
What I'm asking you, why do you think you feel it's weird to play Hillsong in a couple sense? See, sex is glorifying God, so isn't God being glorified?
Jesus Christ, what do you mean?
Personally, I don't think I would feel weird about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, because everything worships God.
exactly.
Right? Like it's God's
Use the mic.
sex is God's idea.
Yeah.
Right? If it's God's idea, that means He endorses it. So if we're playing music, I mean, like, yeah, if we're playing music, I wouldn't mind. But it's not like I'm playing the song to the music, because the music also has to go with the, like, yeah, go with the mood and say the things that you're doing, you know. So probably that would be something that would be like, okay, off, right?
Yeah.
If I'm listening to, but a song like Count Your Blessings, I got miracles with miracles. You know, it's a miracle, you know, it's a good thing.
She's a miracle.
Bringing
Exactly.
it back, would you consider, is it okay for me to pick and choose songs from different artists? I mean,
Yeah.
move away from the cussing ones and listen to the ones that actually are probably good and helpful and have a nice message to it. Because listen, everyone back in the day, I'm about to sell out my age. I am
Don't
not
worry,
sure.
don't worry.
You know, everyone would listen to Nas and we would shout, I know, I can. And there's also some crazy Nas music that he's used to diss Jay-Z and everyone else.
Yeah.
So it's still okay for me to pick and choose. I feel like it would be okay for me to pick and choose. Because I feel J. Cole has, yes,
Wet Dreams was wild. Wet
wasn't
Dreams.
going there. Proper music that is
Yeah,
good
like
to
Love
listen to
Yours.
and would help anyone else when they are probably down and they're looking for motivation. And then there's also J. Cole music that you just don't play anywhere, even near your parents or anyone that you know, because you know it doesn't make sense. So it's still right for me to pick and choose, right?
Hope has a response for that. She was looking at me like, what? Like,
I just think it's a thin line. I think the problem with subjective things, it's just a thin line, because what you think is vulgar or not okay. Even Love Yours has a very good message, but it also has so many cuss words as well, you know. So it's like it's a very thin line.
Yeah. Should I moderate this? 'Cause I know
Half the time is just humming all the songs that I've been saying.
You know, like the messages are good, but again, it's a very thin line in terms of you picking and choosing what you think is good for you. Because like personally, I think even like I love Kendrick, I love Cole, and all of the amazing storytellers and writers and stuff like that. But I think it's a very thin line. So I wouldn't say, oh, there's like a verse in the Bible that I could use to say, no, you can't listen to secular music and stuff like that. But I don't think it's profitable. I think it's just easier to not listen to it, because then you start making subjections, or by the time you're picking and choosing what you should listen to, you're already listening to it to determine whether you should listen to it or not. So I think, again, it's a very, very thin line. And then, yeah, I think it's just, it's a thin line. It's a thin line, and you can easily go on a different tangent.